Rats were crawling around him and on him and biting him. No contact with minors.
I don't want him nowhere in the house.
All right, who's next? Lopez, good morning. All right, court is calling 2025 CR 015204 State versus Ruth Lopez. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Alexander Kraus for the defense.
And Ms. Abrams, this is a sentencing.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, are you Ms. Lopez? You entered a plea bargaining agreement. According to your plea, there's a $1,500 fine. State is recommending deferred adjudication. This is current with 2025 CC 014144. Defense, any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
We'd like to call Joel Vega.
All right, Joel Vega,
Over here. You're back against the counter.
raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Okay.
All right, you may proceed.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Vega. What is your relationship to Miss Lopez?
I'm her son.
And how about to Stephen Gonzalez?
I'm his father.
Okay, so she's Stephen's grandmother, right?
Yes.
And is it safe to say she's been involved with him his whole life?
Yes.
And how old is he?
11.
Okay, and how's the relationship been over the past 11 years?
They have a relationship from the moment he was born. He required special attention, special needs. He was born with a birth defect, and she's been there throughout the whole process, through the surgeries, to the point where when he finishes surgeries, going to school, picking him up, taking him home through grade school, she's been a big part of that process when me and his mom had to work. So at home, they've always been close, spending a lot of time together.
So would you say that she helps out like kind of with day-to-day things, like picking him up from school and that sort of thing?
Yes.
And would it cause hardship for you and Stephen if she weren't able to help out around the house and that sort of thing?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any concerns at all about her seeing Stephen or spending time with Stephen?
No.
Do you want this court to put a no contact order?
No.
So you want her in his life the way that she has been throughout his life, correct?
Yes.
Pass.
Good morning, Mr. Vega. Just a quick question. Mr. Vega, were you aware of the defendant's home conditions when this incident happened?
No.
Did you make any efforts to make sure that your kid was safe at the house?
Yes.
What happened next? So did anyone else raise any concerns about the defendant's house? So you never went to the defendant's house and it was dropped?
So when it comes to getting him to and from school, my mom would pick him up. In the earlier stages of his life, I wasn't around in that house a lot. It's the same house that I grew up in, and I was always out working and having time to figure out my own place to stay. So a lot of it had to do with me just not wanting to be in that house because my parents were there and my dad. But when I would show up to that house when he was a lot younger, I had no concerns of that, of whatever transpired. So
Okay. And are you aware of the defendant's home conditions as they exist now?
am I aware of it now?
The home conditions as they exist now? Correct, right now.
Yes.
Have those changed?
Yes.
Right.
My mom, she says she's done stuff around the house to make it better than what it was in the day.
Okay, so based on what you know, you assure this court that the child will be safe around this house.
I talked to his mom, and I don't want him nowhere in the house. I don't want him at the house, but if, as far as like the no contact, like me and his mom agreed that if for whatever reason she wanted to get in contact with him, it would have to be at his mom's place. That we have to be notified first, and it has to be at her place. No question. As far as anywhere involved in that house, I do not want him nowhere in that house.
Any further questions?
Yes, so as far as the conditions of the house, you say that they've improved.
Mhm.
To the best of your knowledge, would you say that the conditions of the house were caused by the defendant or perhaps someone else that was living there at the time?
We both.
Okay, no further questions, Your Honor.
I have a few questions. If there are no objections.
No objections.
All right, so I'm trying to consider whether or not there should be contact or not. And you said something when you were being questioned about you didn't want to be at the house. Is there a reason for that?
So growing up in that house, I had a lot of issues with my dad. We used to get into it back and forth. I have a whole juvenile deal that can validate that. And it's like when I look at the house, I see everything.
All right. And then the other question that was asked for you, and I'm just trying to follow up. When you said you think her house is different than it was at the date of the offense, have you been by the house? So you haven't seen it personally?
No, that's just from what I've heard. I feel that, because of everything that's transpired, she wants to be in this like she wants to fix everything, but it starts there first.
So this is what I can tell you. Are you aware of what the conditions were like in that house?
The day that I was notified when everything happened,
Because the child that's listed in this, was that your child? All right. So are you aware, and this is my concern, and this is why I'm trying to figure things out and have issues with contact with her. Because according to this, it says that rats were crawling around him and on him and biting him,
yeah,
and that there are feces throughout the house. And that's the condition that she had him in, according to the stipulations. So I just don't think contact with her is a good thing, because it's sort of, if you have this situation, how are you allowing rats to crawl on a child, and bite a child, and you have feces in the house? And when you have feces in the house and it's rats, people have died from that, because there's some kind of fumes that the feces gives off, and it's just not sanitary at all. And what you're telling me is that this child is special needs. So I don't think contact is appropriate, and I want you to understand why. Now, maybe after she completes parenting and does other things, and I'm going to have probation do field visits at her house to see how it is, because sometimes people will clean up for the time being, and then 3 months later, it's back the way it was before. And so those issues need to be addressed as far as mentally. Why did she allow her house to be this way? And why is Child Protective Services not concerned? Those are questions I have. Okay. But thank you so much for coming down to testify. I really appreciate it.
The mother tried to get here today, but she couldn't get off work. So she did write a letter. I don't know.
I'll see the letter if there's an objection. Okay. Thank you. All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
Right. If there's nothing else, you may be excused. Thank you. This is what the court will do. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs or either the patch. Proof of employment within 45 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. No residing in households with minors. No contact with minors. This is run concurrent with 2025 CC 014144. Do a MIC evaluation, 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. TAP evaluation out of custody, follow recommendations. There's to be no contact with the complainant. And the court will sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. Probation, is there anything else?
That is no contact period.
No contact. And once parenting classes are completed, the court will reconsider. All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Probation, do I need to add no possession of weapons?
Yes, Judge.
All right. And there'll be no possession of weapons.
Judge, I believe the agreement was for 4 years.
No. That was a recommendation from the state for 4 years.
And then in terms of reevaluating after the parenting classes, she can revisit the no contact order after the
Yes.
field visits and the parenting classes are
Yes.
complete.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
And so, and I just want you to know, I have to make sure
No, I
that
understand.
people are protected. Okay.
No, I understand. And I have issues with complying with them.
All right. And has Child Protective Services?
The house, they saw the house and they spoke with Stephen about the whole rape going on and everything. They closed the case. They
Okay.
said there was nothing there and they spoke with him and he said it wasn't true.
Okay. All right.
So-
Thank you.
I have no issue complying with anything.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you,
Who's
Judge.
next?
Earl Fauntleroy.
Are you ready? Has the paperwork been done? She has to go to Comal County. What's your client's name? James Parker.
They just turned
All right, if you'll swear them in and I'll take them. All right, yes. What page is he on?
6-4 down.
All right, I'll do Freud, then I'll take up her plea, and then I'll do. So, do we have an interpreter and an advocate, or we have?
We're a team interpreter. I'm doing the lawyer's confidential.
Okay, all right, awesome. All right, so on this case, there's a plea deadline date,
Correct, Judge.
and where are we on that?
So, Judge, in between last setting and this setting, a warrant was walked for an additional charge against my client. It's still a P case at this point. However, the state has amended their offer where the offer is now needs to plead to both cases to run concurrent. I've asked the state for additional discovery on the new case that I do not yet have, that I can properly advise my client about that offer. And so I'm asking for a new plea deadline setting if possible.
All right, when will you have the discovery?
This other case, it's a village case, those usually don't involve online. And then, basically, we should be okay.
All right, to the interpreters, are you all able to come back in 30 days?
Schedule it.
All right, I need a 30-day reset.
I think 28.
All right, we'll be back on May 28th, and that will be the final plea deadline date.
Okay, Judge, thank you.
All right, is there anything else?
Not from the defense, Judge.
All right, do you have any questions, Mr. Fauntleroy?
Thank you.
He's asking about trying to go home, Judge.
Okay, and have you explained that to him?
We have, Judge, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Do y'all have the paperwork for her? They're telling me 10 minutes.
2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes, not 10. Yeah.
Humphreys.
Humphreys. All right, who's next?
Arlene Hernandez.
Presented by Arlene Gay. And
That could get confusing.
and it is spelled correctly,
Yes.
and Arlene.
All right, what's happening with this case?
This case is what and I've conferred with him. He has made us an offer. However, I believe that there's outstanding discovery of an incident that is directly relevant to our case that occurred the same day.
All right, and what?
And that would involve probably police reports, the detective's reports, would probably involve body cam.
All right.
And so it's kind of where.
Is this the-
So when will you have that discovery for defense?
Gonna take me a little while because that's perhaps
All right. Norma, I need a 30-day reset for discovery.
Yes, ma'am. May 28th.
All right, May 28th.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
I can give you Jennifer Humphreys, page 8-3 down.
Jennifer Humphreys. Yes, where's your client?
She is currently in the hallway right now with a mask on. She does have COVID. She sent my office a diagnosis this morning. I can have her come in from the.
All right, court is calling 2025 CR 016051 State versus James Parker. Can I have parties announced for the record?
State. Monica Corrala for defense.
And are you Mr. Parker?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Parker, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? You're gonna have to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Parker, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and reentry. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a $1,200 fine. The state is taking in consideration 2026 CR 001677. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense and state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Any such motions?
No, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 3 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 120 hours of community service restitution, the DOEP course, MRT, and regular random UAs. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state? And the court does not have to follow those recommendations. Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your
State, any evidence?
No legal objection.
State, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Are you currently employed? How do you support yourself? I'm sorry, what? No, but how are you supporting yourself? Because it takes money to live.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you staying by yourself or staying with someone? So what do you do all day?
Well, things like that, like, I'm gonna look for a job. That's what I said.
Okay, so let me just tell you, I'm having so much trouble hearing you.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know you have bass in your voice, so I need you to raise it a little bit, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Suffering from a toothache. That's why he's slurred.
Okay. So if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? You're going to get tested today. So what are you going to be positive for if you're positive for anything? Marijuana and anything else? When's the last time you used meth? Well, that's what this charge is. All right, you're going to get drug tested today. All right, 3 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular random UAs, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home care provider or with minors. Take in consideration 2026 CR 001677. There's to be no residing in households with minors. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
6,
4?
Yep.
Do they stay with you?
no, ma'am.
When's the last time you've seen them?
2 years and months.
All right, I'm going to order parenting classes. Community 60 hours will be deducted from the community service restitution upon completion of parenting classes. How far did you go in school?
I graduated.
All right. The remaining 60 hours will be deemed satisfied upon completion of the DOEP course. There's to be field visits 1 time per month for 8 months. There's a $1,200 fine that will be probated.
Thank you, Judge.
There's to be a TAP evaluation out of custody, follow TAP recommendations. If they recommend inpatient treatment, we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment. And there's to be a UA today, no later than 3 p.m. Probation, is there anything else?
Drug court for that anyway.
Yes.
Nothing else.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Probation, did you want to no possession of firearm with that as well? All right, and there's to be no possession of firearms. All right, thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. You're working me in.
No problem. Just give me a moment. I'm just trying to find the pages Parker was on. Oh, I found it. All right, who do we have for for a reset.
Page one, yeah.
Jason Mejia. All right, today's final plea deadline date.
I've received, Your Honor, and we have also received an offer, but we are not accepting it.
All right, how long do y'all expect this jury trial to last? All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 3-day jury trial date. Yes.
I also have a motion, Your Honor.
Okay,
June 29th.
that's the earliest.
I have May 9th.
All right, see y'all back on May 19th. All right, and what do you have for me to sign?
It's a request to have to change the no contact order, Your Honor.
Oh, we'll need to have a hearing on that, and the person who has the no contact order, they'll need to be present.
It's an 8-year-old child.
Oh, yeah, I'll take testimony and you just have it set and I'll hear it.
Okay, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, who's Jennifer Humphreys? Yeah, I don't know why I have this here. Okay.
You want the next reset?
No. Let's proceed on Charles Bonk. Are you ready on Pena?
They told me they weren't ready.
We're ready, Judge.
All right, are there witnesses?
State has 2 witnesses.
All right. Mr. Bonk, are you able to come back this afternoon or do you want to proceed?
Whatever you prefer.
Afternoon would probably be better since they have 2
What
witnesses.
time would you like us?
Are you able to come back at 1:45?
Sure.
Okay, all right, we'll come back at 1:45.
Yes.
All right, Deputy Laura, Mr. Pena. All right, who's next?
11:40 out.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
We're asking for a reset. This is the first time we met. There's an MTR. We have an offer. He was in Medina County. He just got transferred.
Yes, I see that he was in Medina County. How much time are you requesting?
3 weeks or so, Judge.
Right. Norma, and we'll set it for a contested. If it's not going to be a contested, let probation know at least a week in advance. Ms. Ferguson, I need a 3-week reset.
Double check here that I could get May the 21st from the judge election. I have to be able to, if I can do that, okay? So let me get that done real quick. And let's see, May the 21st, I will be here.
All right. It'll be set for a contested hearing. Ms. Abrams, on Carvajal, it's May 21st for a contested. Defense
Sir.
counsel will let you know a week in advance.
Is there any way I could do the May the 28th? I have nothing that day. I have a public intoxication trials administered court. I don't want to be late. And if I don't show up there, then is there any,
You can do that first and come here after.
I'd rather do the 28th possible.
I understand what you're saying, but the reason why they gave me this date is because that's where they have an opening in the
I don't have
docket.
Yeah, I have a better opening on my dock.
Well, I can do it sooner than that. I'm sure there's a date sooner that's open.
Well, unfortunately, I have little dots on everything, on every
Okay,
day.
right. We'll see you back on the 21st. I'll make a notation that you will be late.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Who's next?
Layla, page 4, 3 down.
Layla Vasquez.
Judge,
Good morning. How's it going?
it's going well.
All right. So what is happening with your case? Do you have all discovery?
I don't know, Judge. This is our first setting. There's 4 cases. I think one is family violence and 3 other cases are CTD.
All right. Well, what I'll do, because I realized that there were other motions that were heard, and so this is her first time on the docket here because of other issues
Correct.
with the magistrate's court. So I'm going to set this for discovery in 30 days. I need a discovery date, 30 days.
28, May 28.
All right, May 28th. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused, okay?
Thank
All right, and keep doing what you need to do, all right?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Wicks?
Yes, I haven't talked.
All right, who's next?
Sorry, Jamal Coleman, be 3 down.
They're bringing it right now.
Okay.
Okay, who's next?
And then we can, I think they were sentencing, but
Let's do the sentencing.
is Chambers, Jennifer Chambers? Yeah.
So we're about to call Chambers, correct?
Yes.
So I don't know if you remember this case, but last time we were here,
Is Chambers?
this is a case about a missing wedding ring.
Yes.
And there was a defendant who supposedly arrested with the wedding ring,
Mhm.
went to I went to Fair. I was there for about 10 days. Then the marshals moved him to Carnes.
Mhm.
So last time we were here, I was going to try and find the ring. So I got in contact with the Carnes Sheriff Department. They went over to the Carnes Detention Center and got the manifest of
Mhm.
that defendant's items when he
Mhm.
was transferred.
Mhm.
And all he had on him was a t-shirt and shorts and shoes. So his wallet, his keys, his cell phone, whatever his jewelry was, is all likely still in Bear County. I have tried multiple times to get in contact with the property department, but the phone just sort of rings and rings, or I get put on hold. The sister of that defendant has attempted to go get the property, but well, first of all, who knows if we could get it back if she did, but she doesn't have an ID to pick up the property. So
All you have to do is file a motion and have that defendant brought over and have the people at the Bear County Jail, if that's the location of the ring, have them to bring the property with him, and they will bring the property.
So, but what case would if I filed a motion to this case, they would
Yes.
go get him in Carnes?
Well,
Bring him
you're
over-
saying that he has property here in Bear County.
We
He's saying that they didn't transfer his property with Carnes. Is he just in Carnes because there's no room at the jail?
No, he has a federal charge. He was taken
Oh,
over.
yeah, they should have brought his property with him. Does somebody want to pick up the phone and call Bear County property and ask them?
I've been calling them. I cannot get through. I don't know if there's an individual that I could call, but like the main number, it's just not.
Does anybody have any objection to the court calling?
No.
All right, so give me this is going to come back this afternoon. Give me the case number, write down the case number of the person whose property is in the property room.
Okay.
Thank you. And y'all will be back at 2. All right, who's next?
We have Daniel Chop.
And then after this, the court is taking its recess. Who's Daniel Choppa? And then after that, it's gonna be, there are 2 cases with Choppa. All right, are you ready to proceed?
We are good.
All right, if you come forward.
No.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 0270 and 2024 CR 00769. I'm sorry, 2024 CR 007969, State versus Daniel Choppa. Can I have parties announced?
Michael DeLeon for Mr. Choppa.
And are you Mr. Choppa?
Yes, ma'am.
And each of these cause numbers, did you review the motion to revoke community supervision and the First Amendment motion to revoke community supervision? With your attorney, did you understand it?
Yes.
And the cause number 2024 CR 007969, are you the same Daniel Choppa who was placed on probation for 8 years on October 11, 2024 for the offense of stalking?
Yes.
And in cause number 2024 CR 0270, are you the same Daniel Choppa who was placed on community supervision for assault, bodily injury, family member on September 10th, 2024 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
Here on the first motion, and so I'll read, it's the same violation of the one. Going or about the day of February 2026 in Veracruz, the Daniel O'Hara committed the offense of detention in violation of
Each cause number to that, how do you plead, true or not true?
that violation of 4 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant Daniel did then and there report to the treating officer as directly over June, July, August, September, October, November, December 2025 in violation of
To that, and each motion, how do you plead, true or not true?
True.
and we will waive and abandon.
No
Any
objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to 1 and 4 and the cause number ending in 70, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 1 year in the Bear County Jail? And by pleading true to violations 1 and 4 and the cause number ending in 69, the court could grant the motion and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison. Did you understand that? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead to violations 1 and 4 in each cause number? All right, then in each cause number, the court will find violations of 1 and 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, ending at 6-9, agreement for the court to consider is granted this week, revoking the defendant's community supervision and reforming the judgment to reflect a prison sentence of 7 years. And then regarding the cause number in 70, for the court's consideration is to grant the state's motion, revoke the community supervision, and 1 year the current judge. And then the state will be taking into consideration cause number 2026 AL 003542, as well as number 2026 PC 04079.
All right, is that your proposed agreement,
That
counsel?
is our agreement, Judge. We'd ask the court follow that agreement. Additionally, we'd ask for any back time that he's had on these cases
All right.
credited.
Are you asking the court to follow those agreements? And each cause number, are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
And the cause number 2024 CR 0270, the court, as previously stated, is finding 1 and 4 true. The court will grant the motion, sentence you to 1 year in the Bear County Jail. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 007969, take in consideration 2026 AL 003542, 2026 CC 004074. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Veronica Medellin, and there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors and no residing in households with minors. And cause number 2024 CR 007969. And I'm sorry, in that previous cause number, the court will give, of course, credit for any time served. And in the next cause number, the court will follow your agreement. The court will sentence you to 7 years in the prison. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 0270. There's to be no contact with Elaine Rodriguez. Credit for any time served. No unsupervised contact with minors, and no residing in households with minors. And each cause number, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
In each of the cause numbers, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions and an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? You're welcome.
Good luck to you.
And then counsel, once I receive the dismissals, I will sign it. All right, thank you. All right, thank you. Just give me a moment.
I have the cause numbers, SID number, and name of that defendant whose property.
All right, thank you. Defense on that matter? You need to also see if you can get in touch with his attorney, who is the attorney for him in Karnes County.
Attorney?
Yes, his defense attorney. He has one.
His defense attorney would be here, I would think. I don't know if he had.
All right, so if you can see who his defense attorney is and get in contact with his attorney as well.
Okay, I will.
All right, Coleman. And what page is Coleman on?
Page 11.
All right, what's happening with this case?
We'd like to see if the court would approve for the time being. I understand normally when we don't have our duties judge right away, you're not allowed to set up for contested. I think if we can try an alternative for this case, as we might have, in reading through the court summary and this history, I believe he does mental health issues and be stress.
They do.
In reading through the court summary as a recommendation, they are recommending that we evaluate by Tacoma and Senate Healthcare Services. What I would like is if we could have that evaluation done first and see what they are recommending, come back and go for the resolution to this matter for the defendants.
All right, so we're going to go off the record and I'm going to tell you all what the issue is.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so this is what the court will do. The court is going to deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include the following. The court is going to order the Genesis program, and there's to be an evaluation in custody and probation. That evaluation in custody, what is it for? All right, so there's going to be a mental health evaluation in custody. And probation, you said that will take 2 weeks?
Yes, Judge, I'll ask that it expedited.
All right, so Ms. Ferguson, can you give me a court date that's in 16 days, please?
I can do the 19th.
All right, so that date for May 19th is just to make sure that all of the evaluations are done. All right, so after the evaluation, the court is going to order that he is released from custody. There is going to be partial GPS, waive fees. GPS will be until further notice. And it's partial for all medical appointments and attendance of church. And with regards to attendance of church, you all will need to give the court the hours of that. I mean, if it's a Baptist church, I'm Baptist, you know, we're not doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Thursday. So, and Sunday. Veronica, you know about that. I mean, church can go from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then if it's revival, it goes into the night. So, all right. So all medical appointments and attendance of church, and y'all will give the time. And he is to reside with his mother. And what is his mom's name?
Michelle Coleman.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Coleman will provide the address. All right. And probation, is there anything else that I'm forgetting?
No, Judge.
All right. So they're going to give you a reset for for May 19th, okay? And I have it on here just in case something happens with the evaluations. That way we won't lose track of you. All right? All right, go ahead, Welcome. All right, the court is going on recess.